The Lincoln East High Spartans dealt with plenty of injuries in 2015 and finished with a 4-5 record, but head coach John Gingery was still very proud of his team.
Well, I think the way we finished, we won our last 3 games. We were able to beat Southeast Southwest and win our last game of the season, and came through with a lot of injuries, so it was important for our young kids to get better, and they improved a lot as the season progressed.
Looking ahead to 2016, 6'6", 270-pound offensive tackle prospect Chris Walker will once again anchor the line for Coach Gingery.
Myself, I feel like I did well considering the depth we had with the line situation. We didn't have that many guys. If we got hurt, next guy up, I guess, but really didn't have that option.
When you have somebody of his qualities, it's pretty easy to build some of the offensive things we want to do around him. I mean, if we can get to the edge, and if we can pull him, if we can move him around a little bit on offense and do some of the things that he brings to the table, I think it's going to help us a lot with some of the things we want to do on offense. And we have a couple other starters back, and that's going to help a bunch because all those kids will be on one side of the ball.
I've always been the bigger guy out on the field, and then this year, the first time I kind of got my eyes opened up. I'm not the biggest guy out there, so you gotta find ways around that. I mean, it sounds stupid, but from my point of view, I mean, that's a struggle I had coming into the season.
He's got a great motor, and as we talked about earlier, I mean, he does not want to leave the field. He wants to be on every play, every snap, all the time, which you don't see anymore. You know, a lot of kids, when they get fatigued and tired, they're ready to come out and take a blow, but he fights through it. He just wants to stay on the field, and that's one of the things that he stressed us. He said, you know, unless I'm hurting us, he said, I want to stay on the field. I want to be out there. And he runs sideline to sideline. He's got a good motor.
And Chris knows exactly what it's going to take to make it to the next level.
Oh yeah, weight room every day. Yep. Just have to get bigger, gotta get stronger. I need to work on my agility. My speed is killing me right now.
And his recruitment is just getting started.
Well, you know what, and I think a lot of it depends on his senior year. I mean, he was an All-City, All-Conference, honorable mention, All-State last year. Wyoming has their eyes on him. They worked with him at camp last year, and they really liked him. As I said, Kansas State has been on him. He's just now getting on the radar. A lot of the in-state schools would love to have him, but I think, you know, in Iowa State, some of the Big 8 schools, those schools are all going to be involved as well, especially as film gets out and word gets out about him, because right now there's not a lot of people that have really seen a lot of the things that he can do.
And with Walker up front and several other key players returning, Coach Gingery is excited for 2016.
Well, I think, you know, Carson Walters, my quarterback, is back. Max White, who was our starting quarterback till he broke his collarbone, he's going to be back, and we may put him in the backfield if he's not quarterback, and he's an outstanding defensive corner. I've got Grady Greenwood, who came over from Southeast as a linebacker, and the Makovikas. I've got 2 Makovikas, my twins that are back at linebacker, Noah and Josh. Both played extensively last year. And there's a number of other kids at linebacker. I think we're about 6 deep at linebacker, and in the secondary, we have a lot of kids that are back there as well. So, you know, I'm excited about my skill positions. And again, for us, we need to develop some more kids up front. But, you know, Kavion Randall's another one that started both ways for us last year, alongside Chris, that did some very good things, and we're excited about him. But we need some depth in the offensive defensive line.
Reporting from Lincoln East for HuskerOnline.com, I'm Greg Peterson.